Military Academy at West Point. The football team that represents this institution was a significant fixture in the golden era of American sports. And while the game of college football has evolved since the days of Glenn Davis, Doc Blanchard, and Red Blake, the mission remains uncompromised and continues to produce men who embody everything we want in our sporting heroes. Army football players are men trained to sacrifice for the greater good, duty, honor, and country. Men committed to succeed in their every endeavor, and soon they will be America's military heroes. But tonight, they play football for Army. An absolutely perfect night for opening night here in 2013 at historic Michie Stadium as the Army Black Knights face for the first time ever the Bears of Morgan State. The core on hand, they're ready to go, and a great crowd has turned up. We're glad you're with us here on CBS Sports Network for a tremendous opening night here at Michie Stadium. Just the 10th time Army has opened their season at night, and they're playing under the lights, and they're ready to go. And this Army team in 2013 looking to rebound and respond and come back from last season. They're ready to go. There's optimism. There's certainly excitement surrounding this matchup here tonight. And the Black Knights, the captains leading them out. They touch that famous plaque they always do. They've got them ready to come out onto the field with the flag, also with the division flag they're carrying tonight. Patrick Laird and the guys onto the turf here at Michie Stadium for the first time in 2013. And the Black Knights in their new look uniforms this season make their way onto the playing surface, set to take on the Bears of Morgan State. And we welcome you upstairs to the broadcast booth this evening. Great to be with you. A pleasure and an honor to be back for another year of Army football here on CBS Sports Network. My name is Ben Holden. This is the 124th season that Army has played football. It is significant, this program, this football program, to so many people in and out of the Army all around the globe. We had a chance to visit and talk with some former players about why football here at West Point is significant to them. We talked with Steve Anderson. He used this. He said, simply put, football here at Army, your next play could very well be your last. He said once you get into the field of battle, your next mission could be your last. That's how he told us it's significant. Steve Erzinger, another former captain, said it's a brotherhood unlike any other you will find in life. And that's something Rich Ellerson told us yesterday in our meetings. He said he loves the closeness, the togetherness of this 2013 Army football team as we're set to begin this season. And we welcome in our coach in the booth this season, 31 bowl games, 2 national championships as a player and coach at Penn State, longtime defensive coordinator Tom Bradley. Welcome.
Great to be here. I'm excited to get after it. The players are excited, the coaches, everybody wants to get this thing started tonight.
Certainly we do. Let's talk about Army. Last 2 years, Tom, they have led the country in rushing with that triple option. Tell us how and why it works so well.
Well, the most difficult to execute and the most complete of the T options is the triple option. The balance of the formation makes it possible to find defenders who are assigned to different dimensions of the option play. No one in the country rushed for more yards the last 2 years in Army. No one does it better. It all begins with the quarterback. He gets his read on the tackle. Tackle turns out, he cuts it upfield. Second option. Here comes the dive play. Give it. The tackle turned out. Quarterback reads it perfectly, hands it off inside. And the third option, the quarterback sees the pitch key come down on him, reads it perfectly, delivers it to the C-back or the tailback. It's perfect. Great blocking on the perimeter. One of the things you need, precision and execution on the perimeter, and you're getting it right there. That's Army football.
And they certainly know about precision around here at West Point, both militarily and football-wise. Tom, Morgan State from the FCS. They won 3 games last year. Their head coach, Donald Hill's been there for 12 years. They have 6 new coaches. One of them is their defensive coordinator, Jerry Holmes. He's counting on a couple of guys tonight to try and slow up that triple option.
Yeah, he's counting on DeMarco Bisbee, his big nose guard. He's the disruptive force up front. He will have to handle the inside and the fullback from Army for Morgan State. The other is do-everything linebacker Christopher Robinson. He's the heart and soul of this defense. As Coach Holmes, their defensive coordinator, told us, he is the coach on the field.
Well, not only are you the coach in the booth and a new member to our team here, we have a third member that's new to our team, and she's down at field level now, Christine Leahy. Christine.
Ben, thank you. Coach, first time seeing your team in game action this season. Also, your first time ever playing at West Point. What is the key to your team winning tonight?
Well, the key is as long as we play good defense, there's no manage the turnovers, the takeaways, we should be fine. We feel like we match up with them real well. Their offense is #1 in rushing. We definitely want to limit the opportunities that they have with the football.
Coach, thank you. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you, Christine. And Rich Ellerson, his 5th season here leading this Army program. And his team, he loves the closeness. He said they had a great camp. He's excited for this season to get underway. And they're looking to bounce back here with a big opening night win. And it is time, folks, now for our opening kickoff, which is brought to you by Bud Light. Here we go. Good turnout here at Michie Stadium. A beautiful night to begin Army football here in 2013. Daniel Gronchowski's got it teed up. Back deep is Chris Flowers, dangerous, outstanding return guy last season, among the best in the FCS, and he gets Morgan State out across the 20-yard line before he's slung out of bounds as Army gets in there, and Jared Rogers made the tackle.
Good coverage by Army in that one. Held him inside the 25. That's what how they wanted to start this game.
And let's take a look now at our quarterback profile. And Tom, it will be starting the game Seth Higgins. We expect to see a couple of guys for Morgan State play. Seth Higgins in his career, 9 touchdowns, 10 interceptions thus far. What do you like about him?
He's got a great arm. That's why they're starting to play. Look for him to take a shot early in this game at the freshman corner outside to the field.
So the first offensive play of this game from the 21. A bit of a pistol look, and they hand off, and a new running back, Alex Meyer, got to the ball carrier, Lamont Brown, on the first play from scrimmage. We'll take a look at the offense for Morgan State. Highlight some of their guys, their backs and receivers. Tom, what do you like there?
You just saw him, Lamont Brown, their tailback. They love him down there at Morgan State, and they're going to run him tonight.
And the guys up front, I know you love those tackles. Which one of these two do you like?
Barnum, he's on the right side. That's where they ran last time, too. You'll see a lot of that tonight.
2nd and 6 coming up. You said, Tom, they may take a shot. Will they do it here? A little crossing pattern, and Thomas Holloway was there on the coverage as they could not connect with Andrew King. Look at Army's defensive front. Dalton Mendenhall, the new starter. Bobby Coe's back. Ati Malala, he is back as well. Drummond played some last year. Kelly, Meyer, and Holloway. And on the back end, who do you like there, Tom?
No question. You got to like Jeffrey Bacon. He's switching from linebacker to free safety. Not an easy thing to do.
3rd down and 6 from the 25. Penalty flag, our first of the night flies.
Stay hot. This first drive, baby. This first drive. Let's go on the offense. 5 yards, still 3rd down.
It's delay of game. Right here. You got the left tailback who was moving too early.
Third and 11 from the 20. Time for Higgins, fires, man wide open. The catch is made by Flowers. He's got the first down to the 35-yard line as a host of Black Knights were there. Hayden Pierce was among those there, a pickup of 15.
You're going to see a lot of one-on-one coverage here because that's what Army does. In Morgan State, they tend on throwing the ball. They're going to take a shot real soon here up the field.
So they move the chains, converting on that 3rd and long. Hand off Lamont Brown, a redshirt freshman. He's got some big shoes to fill, and so far he's had 2 carries. And Tom Bradley, we take a look at the matchup and our strengths and vulnerabilities.
For Morgan State, their strength is the size up front and their great running game. For Army, their strength is too many big plays. They've got a very unique scheme. Give up too many big plays.
So a gain of 4 on that run by Lamont Brown. How about this look they've got? They give off to the tailback there. As getting to him was Dalton Mendenhall, the 6'3" sophomore, the first to get to him, but it looks like they've got another first down.
Morgan State has not used the same formation yet twice in a row. They're giving them all different formation. Here's the size differential. This is why they want to run the ball inside. Look at that right there. That is some bigums up front for Morgan State, and the defense has got to battle hard inside for Army.
Pick up a 7 on that last play. Higgins gives way. Brown knifing his way through there. Mendenhall was in on the tackle. He got some help in there from Drummond, also James Kelly.
The offensive coordinator, Greg Gregory, told me before the game, this is what he anticipated starting the game. This is how he wanted the game to start tonight.
And Greg Gregory, with some serious ties to West Point, spent 16 years back here on the coaching staff. He knows this place well. He and Jerry Holmes, both new coordinators among those 6 new coaches. Across the midfield line, flag flies on the near side, and the handoff in there went to Herb Walker Jr. as Holloway was in to help out, and Alex Meyer as well will check the flag.
Interesting, Morgan State came out in an unbalanced line again. They've done it to the right and now to the left.
Legal formation, 5 men in the backfield, 5 yards, still second down.
One of the problems when you do a lot of formations, everybody has to be on the same page. You saw a little bit of early season jitterness right here. In and out, a lot of substitution by Morgan State. You got to be precise.
Anytime you're opening the season, there's always questions, but if you look at Morgan State, certainly they've got a lot more questions with the 2 new coordinators, new personnel in key spots, so they certainly have more of that variety. 2nd and 9 coming up now for Higgins. 5 wide, they moved on the far side. Flowers jumped the gun up top of your screen.
74 offense, 5 yards, second down.
It looked like it was a left tackle again leaning back. They motioned to an empty formation. And you got the top part, a lot of movement there. Left tackle, wide receiver. Once again, that motion going empty, that's 2 penalties on that same motion.
It's the 3rd penalty in this contest already against Donald Hill's team. 15 yards they've been penalized. Opening possession of the game for Morgan State. 2nd and 14 from the 42-yard line. 5 wide, look again. Higgins pressured, stepped up, gets away, but he won't get away as they drop him to the turf as Zalneritis was there to take him down.
Army was going to count on pressure tonight. That's one of the things that they had to get pressure on him. That's a great job. They zone blitzed him. They showed 6, dropped 2 out, only rushed 4 guys. Caught Morgan State's protection off guard.
So a 3rd and 17 coming up as we played 4.5 minutes. Loss of 5 on that play by Zalneritis. 4 wide set here for Seth Higgins. Got time, runs on it, steps away from a would-be tackler. Now he's got room to the far side, dumps the pass off, caught by King, and King is stopped just shy of the midfield line. It'll bring up 4th down.
Just 4-man pressure with the line stunt on the outside. Morgan State didn't pick it up. Army's feeling good right now, getting that ball back.
Fourth down and 6. Lawrence Forbes in to boot it away. Jalen Noble, a freshman back there, letting it go, and Morgan State will pin Army deep in their own territory, close to the 5-yard line. And that's where they'll get their first offensive possession of the season going after a 46-yard punt here at Michie Stadium. We'll be back after this.
Eight slot out, 76 wild hook on 2. Ready?
Right. Are these in alphabetical order?
NFL Monday QB returns September 9th at 5 on CBS Sports Network.
MCOR is a company of
College football on CBS Sports Network is brought to you by USAA, proudly serving the financial needs of current and former military members and their families. And by Golden Corral. Prime rib and shrimp weekends are back at Golden Corral for just $12.99, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Only at Golden Corral.
Colonel Thayer called the father of West Point after President James Monroe named him superintendent back in 1817. And Tom Bradley, in the middle of your picture, that is the new quarterback, the starter, Angel Santiago. He has started one game in his career here at West Point, of course, followed the great Trent Steelman. That came 2 years ago at Yankee Stadium. And what do you like about him?
I like him as a kid. He was great yesterday when we met with him. He's excited. He's a leader. He's a guy you can count on. He makes good decisions, and he doesn't put the ball on the ground, which is so important for this Army offense.
And Rich Ellerson told all of us in our meetings, he said that was really the thing that separated him in the fall camp. He was more consistent at keeping it and protecting it, which is such a critical part of this offense.
Everybody up around the ball from Morgan State. They're packing it in.
They are. First play for Santiago as a starter. Rolling, firing, pass is caught. And a terrific play. How about the Black Knights finding the very talented freshman Xavier Moss. They come out passing as Joe Rankin made the tackle.
I asked Coach Ellerson, when's the last time you passed on the first play of the game? He didn't give me a little sneaky answer.
Here's your answer, Tom Bradley. 24-yard pickup. Black Knights, they give it off up the gut to Dixon. He's out close to midfield. They got him at the 48-yard line. Nate Ayers made the tackle.
The offensive coordinator, Ian Shields, he told us this guy is ready for a big year. He's in the best shape of his life. He's lost weight. He looks great, and he's a vertical runner. He will run over you before he'll run around you.
20-yard gain. 19, they say now, officially on that carry by Dixon. We ran into him yesterday as they go up the gut again to Larry. He said he dropped about 20 pounds. And he also said that growing up, his favorite running back was Earl Campbell, for whatever that's worth.
Well, I'll tell you what, they said they weren't going to play games with the triple option. They were going to call it and hand it to him and just give it to him and let him pound that defense a little bit.
Rich Ellerson came up to us at practice yesterday. He told you that they expect a big year out of him, and he's off to a good start. Another pass. It's caught by Siobhan Lawrence, just shy of the 40-yard line. It's another first down as Bill Hill made the tackle after a gain of 8.
Ian Shields getting pass happy. They're going to be airing it out. But hey, Santiago is the all-time leading passer in San Bernardino, California. And he can throw it. He likes to throw it. He told us that yesterday.
10,000 plus yards he put up.
It's the first time they've come out in this formation. They've got an unbalanced line. It's the first time they've shown this.
Santiago giving off to Raymond Maples, and he's clogged up. He's able to pick up a couple of yards on that first down carry.
Second favorite play, the Doc play, the inside run that they really love. Okay, you look at Army right here. The two biggest guys are the tandem, Raymond Maples, Larry Dixon. They're the 6th best total in the country last year of rushing tandem.
And give him a gain of 3 on that last carry. Halfway through the first quarter here, Army coming out in traditional fast break style. They fake to Dixon. Santiago to the air again. And this one overthrown and tipped away. Ayers was back there on the coverage. Also in the neighborhood was Darian Irby. And we look now at the Morgan State defensive front. Tom, you talked about Bisbee clogging up the middle and his partners on that D-line. The linebackers, Robinson, Jackson, Acker, and Hill. And in the secondary, 2 guys you really like.
The two guys are Nate Ayers, and no question, Joe Rankin. They'll have the work cut out for him tonight, especially since Army's throwing the ball a lot more.
What a shock that was.
First play of the game.
First play of the game.
They tricked us yesterday in that meeting.
Yep. They come out with a new look. They're comfortable with this young man. Love the effort he gave him. Balance right now. This is the 4th rush of the game. Was 3-3 prior to that play as Santiago gets a brief pickup as Darian Irby made the tackle.
The great thing, look at Army. They led the nation in rushing, last in passing. Not today, though.
4th and 3 now from the 33.
They love going for it on 4th down. That's their thing. 41 times last year on 4th down.
They went more on 4th down than they punted last year. 41 times they went for it. They punted 38. Here is the starter, Santiago, under center, fakes it, he's got it, he's looking for more in the open field, he's going to take it in for the first Army touchdown of 2013. 33-yard run for number 3.
One of the things you have to do if you're Morgan State, you have to be disciplined. If you have the quarterback, you have to take him. You can't fall for the fake pitch. You have got to secure the quarterback.
Daniel Grachowski on, he tacks it on, and Army, a precision-like opening drive to start 2013. On the 4th down play, Angel Santiago, a fake at open space, and pay dirt for the first time for Army this season.
You're spying on me?
Yeah, Grandpa, and upgrading your TV.
Ah, so where's the new one?
This makes your not so new one new. Just snap it in and you get all the functionality of a new one.
Oh, like...
Well, Tom Bradley, that's the way when you're a starting quarterback, first game of the season, you want to start an 8-play drive, 95 yards. It only took him 3 and change, 3:07. And Angel Santiago there on the 4th down and short took it in from 33 yards out.
Angel didn't have any jitters to start the game,
No,
did he at all?
no.
He stepped back there like a pro quarterback and threw that first one.
Looked very calm, very cool and collected.
I really liked the way he held the ball, held that on that option just long enough, gave a little pitch fake, pumped it out there and kept it. Good stuff by him.
On that drive, Santiago threw for 32 and he rushed for 37. Flowers and Taylor are the deep men. Flowers is number 19. He's going to take it from the 2-yard line. This kid can fly. He averaged over 25 yards a kick return last season, and he gets just about that on that return out across the 25-yard line. We'll see Morgan State on offense when we come back.
Golden Corral just made the weekend better than ever again. Our $12.99 premium prime rib and shrimp weekend is back. It's endless prime rib, our best jumbo butterfly shrimp, and our new bone-in catfish and catfish fillets. It's our premium prime rib and shrimp weekend only at Golden Corral.
I stood outside assessing the situation. I knew it could be rough in there.
Welcome back to West Point. The game day atmosphere here is one of the most inspirational in the country, and part of that is the 4,000 cadets standing behind me. But here next to me now is Cadet Curry. He's a junior here at West Point. Now, Coach Ellerson has said that he expects this to be one of the best teams he's seen in generations. What is the buzz around the academy this year? You guys have to be feeling very good after that first touchdown.
Actually, there's a lot of energy around the core. We really expect to have a good season this year. This is our year to beat Navy.
And why is beating Navy so important to you?
Well, you know, I feel like in this such grand rivalries like Army versus Navy, you really see the best come out in our football players. And, you know, it's all fun and games now, but when we actually graduate from our respective academies, it's that kind of competition that's going to give us the basis to be able to do our jobs effectively.
All right, Cadet Curry, thank you so much. Ben and Tom will send it back up to you.
All right, thank you, Christine, and to Craig on first down. Morgan State trying to stretch it out to the far side of the field with Lamont Brown. Hayden Pierce has made his second tackle of the night, Tom.
One of the thing. They have co-defensive coordinators, Pam Sadat and Chris Smealand, and they both said the same thing. No big plays. We can't give up big plays like we did last year. That's what they've been preaching all preseason.
Inside of 6 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. Again, it's Brown, puts his head down. He's going to be close, but about a yard short of the first down. Bring up a 3rd and short as Alex Meyer made the tackle.
One of the things that Army wants to do is they want to keep bringing pressure. They're going to give up some coverage. They're a man-to-man team in the back, but that's okay. They are going to live, die in this game on bringing pressure.
Third and 1 coming up. Timeout has been taken by Morgan State, as Robert Council getting an opportunity on this series at quarterback. We'll head over and talk things over. We'll be back with 3rd and 1 right after this.
24 hours a day, the networks of CBS Sports.
Time now to take a look at our first Army moment of the night. We go back a century here at West Point. The 1913 team was 8-1. The only loss that year was to a Notre Dame team led by All-American Newt Rockne. Ended the season November 29th, 1913 by beating Navy 22-9 at the Polo Grounds in New York. Tom, what do we look for? 3rd and short, a yard they need. Seth Higgins back in at quarterback.
I'll be surprised if they don't go behind the big guy again on the right side.
Kareem Barton, the guy you're referring to, and they give it off and look out. A big gain here for Walker as Bacon lost his helmet. A flag comes in. Jeffrey Bacon still making a ton of tackles in a new position, which we'll get to, a gain of 10. We'll check the flag here.
Jeffrey Bacon, the great thing about him, he's a great tackler. Last year in the country, he was 5th in tackle per average at 11.3 a game. So he's moved from linebacker to free safety. That is a tough adjustment. He told me earlier yesterday at practice, he says, the hardest thing, I bite on all the play action fakes, coach. I get flat-footed, they get behind me.
Face mask, number 3 on the offense. The result of the play is a first down. We'll back them up 15 yards from there. 1st and 10.
Yeah. Well, that's something you don't see every day on the ball carriers. We'll look back at what happened on that play, Tom.
Well, what happened here, you're going to see him. He's going to stick his hand right there.
Yeah.
Right there up in his face. They can't do that on offense either. Everybody thinks it's just on defense. Can't do it on offense. And right there.
Now, of course, last season they changed the rule. Here's Rich Ellerson's reaction. They changed the rule, the helmet coming off. There was a penalty, so Bacon does not have to go out of the game because the penalty was called on the opposition. Still a 3rd down for Morgan State here. It's 3rd and 8 now. Exactly 5 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. Donald Hill, the Morgan State Bears, their first ever matchup with Army here in West Point. Beautiful, beautiful late August evening. Great to have you with us here on CBS Sports Network. From the 28, Higgins steps up. Now he's pressured and dropped. They got him. They came from the right end, and getting in there was Joe Drummond on the play.
They tried to take their shot that time up top to Tubatine Taylor, the speedster out of California, the JC speedster. Okay, now you see the right end. Comes the right end, number 54 in. He just beats his guy with a bull rush move. One-on-one. Great job.
Lawrence Forbes to punt it away. Freshman Noble is back at his own 31-yard line for Army. Almost got to him. He take the punter down. No flag back there. Noble lets this one go. And Morgan State's going to get down there. Nate Ayers, the first down there to down it.
Tell you
Warren Scott was the one that ran into the punter. No flag. Go ahead, Tom.
The coach doesn't want to see that ball hit the ground on that. He wants him to catch that. And he's going to be telling that man on the sideline real soon. Just missed it. That's a good acting job by the kicker back to the punter for Morgan State. You see him do that little acting job there. He's trying to buy the penalty.
So the right no call, correct? And coming up tomorrow, 10 Eastern in the morning, via Sports Network and on CBS Sports. The Williams sisters will be in action. Rafael Nadal will be in action as well. So Army's first play here on their second possession of the game. They go to Raymond Maples, coming off back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, Tom. He's trying to become just the second Army running back to ever put together 3 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons. Mike Mayweather, the last to do it. And a 3 on that first down run.
One of the things Army likes is the short side into the sideline, because they got their best wide receiver blocker out there, Chris Carnegie out there. He's a great blocker.
Angel Santiago gives off and up the gut. A mosh pit of players in there, as that was Larry Dixon out of Bremerton, Washington. I want to remind you folks that Armed Forces Football is proudly supported by USAA. Larry's looking lean and mean this year, a lot leaner and meaner than last year.
Yeah, he put a little move on there. I think the coach is just like, if he goes vertical, Larry, no moves, get up the field.
He's thinking Earl Campbell, I think.
Well, he did lose some weight. He may be thinking he's an A or a C back in this offense.
Yeah, they're going to measure here. And he picked up 6 on that carry. We're able to give you some great access. A little bit short?
Yep.
About a third of the ball. Is that
How about a quarterback sneak right about now? What do you think?
Sure. I'm okay with that. Donald Hill looking on. Oregon State from down in Baltimore. They play in the MEAC, the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference. Like Army, they've been around for a long time, their football program. 3rd and we'll call it inches. There's the quarterback sneak. They get the inches and then some. They get it by plenty there, and they get it out to close to the 27-yard line.
Interesting, because Morgan State had 2 guys right in the A gap. They just went to the B gap outside the guard, took it there.
Pickup of 6 for Angel Santiago. 2nd career start for him. .43 rushing yards for Angel Santiago thus far in the game. Included in that a 33-yard touchdown run. Here goes Terry Baggett, young man that's had injury issues the last couple of years. They're really hoping they can keep him healthy, Tom.
Oregon State on defense are going to give him multiple looks. One of the problems, they've had trouble tackling last year. Their coaches said they worked on it all preseason. For Army, that's a great looking backfield they got there. It's exceptional backs. One of the problems, don't put the ball on the ground. Ball security is going to be the key to Army's offense.
Very good. We'll revisit those as we move along. Jerry Holmes looking on, the defensive coordinator. They're calling 5 on the last carry. Santiago, the fake, he's going to keep it, breaks a tackle, gets free across the midfield line. Angel Santiago, he's yanked out from behind. Darian Irby got him. There's a flag on the play, but another huge chunk of real estate. 39 on the run. We got to check the flag, though.
It's going to be horse collar on Morgan State. Add another tack, another 15 on here. He grabbed the back of his neck as he was running by.
Personal foul. Horse collar on the defense. 15 yards near the run. First down.
Here it comes. Just watch the back of his neck here. There it is.
So Irby made the tackle, but he made it illegally. First down and 10 Army in the green zone, as they call it.
We have a new fullback in the game.
5 penalties for 45 yards so far in the game on Morgan State. Hayden Tippett is that new fullback, Tom. Baggett in motion to the near side. Santiago fakes. Now he's going to try to work his way toward the goal line. He's dropped at the 1-yard line. Angel Santiago just short because of Joe Rankin's tackle after a gain of 14. And mentioned Army in that red zone for the first time. And today's red zone is being brought to you by Verizon. Angel Santiago, 5 rushes for 95 yards. To this point, you can make it 6 for 96. Touchdown, Army. He doesn't look like a first-time starter. Santiago has given Army a 2-touchdown lead with 36 seconds remaining in the opening quarter.
Not a bad start. 2 touchdowns in the first quarter on the start of the new year.
Very comfortable in there here. 2 series for Army and 2 touchdowns.
Army's missing a player here on the extra point. They're scrambling. They'll probably take a delay of the game. They're not going to take the time out if he doesn't make it in time.
Tippett was the one that trotted on to the left end there to get into place. A.J. Scher, who is the number 2 quarterback, their holder. He was last year. Grochowski on to tack on the point after. And Army's got a 14-0 lead here so far.
Just the way the offensive coordinator, he dropped it. This is the way he wanted to start the game.
Take a look back, Tom, and a key play on that last scoring drive.
Okay, this is just what they call their double option. They are just optioning the end man on the line of scrimmage. That fullback is blocking the tackle. They're only going to read their pitch key, the very end man on the line of scrimmage. It's not always a triple option. Sometimes it's a double option on either the tackle or the end man on the line of scrimmage.
Part of the history and the tradition here at West Point. You see in the great pictures by our terrific crew. With 36 seconds remaining, this ball game is all Army. 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns by Santiago. A season ago, Tom, he was 0 for 3 throwing the ball. He had 12 rush yards. Now, didn't play much, obviously. A couple of games in relief of Trent Steelman. But he looks very, very comfortable so far in the game.
He sure does. And right now, Morgan State's going to have to answer with a drive of their own. Keep that defense off the field. They have to put a drive together. A sustained drive together is what Morgan State needs right now.
There is Flowers, the deep man, along with Tabatane Taylor back there as Grochowski's got it teed up. Flowers 5 yards deep. Taylor said, you know what, you better just take a knee here. We'll take it 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line, and that's what they'll do is they come on. You look at that Army offensive line, those guys.
They're doing a great job tonight, that Army offensive line. They've had 2 drives, very uncharacteristic of Army. They've done them. They've scored in 3 minutes and 7 seconds and 3 minutes and 11 seconds. Those are quick strikes for them.
7 plays, 88 yards. Santiago with that 1-yard touchdown run. And yesterday at practice, Rich Ellerson talked about Fast Fridays, their practice, but this game has been a Fast Friday to this point. It's what they call their practice days leading up to
You have a new quarterback, Robert Council, in the game now.
Council in there.
He is their running quarterback.
Yep, he
is. They like to run him.
He's gang tackled. He'll pick up about 3 on the carry. The first one to get to him was the junior out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Jeffrey Bacon's down the right has helped out as well. And there's a look at Council checking the wristband. Rich Ellerson.
I'm going to ask you what that signal means on defense.
We need a clarification on that.
I asked him about his signals. He said, "Oh, some of them are interesting."
They're going to have to hurry, but they will not get the play off. So Morgan State, when we come back to begin quarter number 2, they'll have a 2nd and 6 from the 29-yard line. But so far, Donald Hill and the Bears trailing Angel Santiago and the Black Knights of Army 14-0 behind 2 touchdown runs from Angel. We'll be back with a second after this.
Watch TV, Direct TV.
Just moments ago, Medal of Honor recipient Staff Sergeant Ty Michael Carter was honored at the game for his bravery and selflessness serving our country overseas. Carter also participated in today's coin toss. And Ben, I know that you want to add so much more to this man's courageous story.
Well, I do, and thanks. And it's amazing what he went through. 8 soldiers were killed in that. Dozens others were injured. He's just the 5th recipient since the Iraq-Afghanistan war started, and a tip of the hat to him. He's a guy that was in the service, got out, Didn't succeed much in regular life and went back in, and he is a Medal of Honor winner. It's amazing. Great stuff. Some of the great stuff you get here at West Point. Close to the first down at the 35 is Council, the 6'4" junior, on the carry there.
And he's their running quarterback. They're going to try to keep this ball on the ground now and grind out a drive. It's very important that they do that. They're averaging 4.7 yards so far a play. Problem is Army's averaging 11.2.
That's a slight problem, yes. Gain of 7 on that last carry. First 25 seconds here of quarter 2. Double tight end set for the Bears of Morgan State. Council ran into Lamont Brown. Lamont did a nice job to just get something positive there, Tom, as he picks up about 1.5 yards.
That's a foul up between the quarterback and the tailback. They came out with the 2 tight end set to balance up Army's defense, and they would have had a good play at that. Been able to, the quarterback had been able to get the ball back there. Well, the quarterback obviously and the tailback aren't on the same page, so I think what they had was probably they checked with me playing and somebody didn't get the check.
Brown 7 rushes for 31 yards to this point in the game. He's on the right there as penalty flag flew on the play.
We had an illegal substitution on the last play. That's been a problem with all these formations.
New scheme, new season. Certainly an opportunity for him to work things out. 6 penalties, 50 yards so far. At Morgan State, it's going to be 7 penalties for 55 yards after the movement on the right side.
That's on the right tackle.
74 on the offense. 5 yards, second down.
Coach Hill, not very happy guy. Right there. Every time they've gone to that extended motion, those tackles are getting very anxious. They want to get back and get in their pass protection stance.
Barton, a senior out of Los Angeles. Started all 11 games last year at right tackle. 2nd and 19 from the 20. They fire, and Flowers, he'd be the first guy to tell you he should have caught that one and hit him right in the hands.
Well, one of the things that Morgan State doesn't want to get into. And that ball should have been caught. That should have been a good game.
Third and 19 coming up from the 27-yard line. They are 1 for 3 are the Bears on 3rd down to this point. 5 wide they'll go. Council still on the run. Nobody open. They're going to get to him, and he'll fling it. But they bury him under near the 15-yard line. Drummond was in there. He had all kinds of help in there.
One of the things that coaches are concerned with Robert Council, when he sees any kind of pressure, he starts to run, and they're trying to coach him to stay in the pocket. He really had plenty of time to step up and throw the ball. It was a good job by the Morgan State offensive line.
So another punting situation. 46-yard punt and a 63-yarder from Forbes. Look out! They almost got to him, and they're going to force him to try and get out of there. The ball comes loose, down on the turf, and Army's got it. They've got it at the 23-yard line. It's recovered by Patrick Laird, the young man that was born right here at West Point.
Came off the edge, had great pressure last time. The punter saw him coming out of the corner of the eye, and they did it again.
Lawrence Scott has twice got in there, Tom, on that.
Yeah, twice he came off the edge. Coach told us they were going to bring him yesterday off that edge.
They did, and he's done his job, and so is number 3 in this Army offense. Goes down in the books as a loss of 4 on the rush by Forbes, and then into the books as a fumble. So Army's got it 1st and 10 at the 23. Leading this game 14-0. Haven't seen a lot of Raymond Maples to this point. He's got a couple carries and gets it there. You saw this young man in high school in Philadelphia, and they really love, obviously, what he's done, but they like what the potential is for him this year as well.
He could be a big-time back. He played for the state champs in high school.
Picked up 5. That's Terry Baggett, the junior out of Chicago. It was on this field last season. The numbers on Maples there, impressive, impressive, impressive the last 2 years. The Baggett played home opener, game 2 last year against Northern Illinois, broke his kneecap, never played again. Here's a pass to the corner, and is it caught? It is a touchdown. Santiago gets the ball in there, and Army has its 3rd touchdown of the night. Siobhan Lawrence on the receiving end.
Tell you, just a little fade route in the right corner. Can't throw it any better than that. Angel's having a great night.
12:05 to go in the half. Grochowski, bodies hitting the deck in front of him. He bangs through another PAT, and it's 21-0 after an 18-yard touchdown catch by Siobhan Lawrence.
Back at Michie Stadium, it's time now for our salute to our veterans, brought to you by Bass Pro Shops. Here with me now is Captain Chris Nichols. Chris is a former class of '08, also played football for this team. You were a fullback. Speaking for the alumni here, what is your expectation for this Army team this year? They're certainly off to a very good start.
They are. You know, as alum, we expect these guys to go out and give it their all every day. You know, they're entering the brotherhood unlike any other. Most teams, you know, you graduate, you leave, you come back, and you see each other at your 5-year reunion. For us, we see each other in Iraq and Afghanistan, and that's why, you know, our brotherhood is a little different than anybody else's.
I know that you did spend some time serving over in Iraq, and obviously deployment is a decision that every student here makes when they decide to come to West Point. Can you describe to me what making that decision is like, and also describe your service time overseas?
As crazy as it sounds, I had a great time overseas. You know, leading soldiers in combat is the coolest thing I think I could ever experience. You know, you really feel like you're doing something bigger than yourself.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. We and Bass Pro Shops want to thank you for your service, and good luck for the rest of the game. Here you go.
Great stuff, Christine. Thank you. And certainly a salute and the tip of the hat to those folks, as Christine mentioned. Grochowski's got it teed up from the 35. And we played just shy of 3 full minutes, 2:55 to be exact here in the second quarter. Army with a 3-touchdown lead in this game. Flowers, he's got it. Chris Flowers trying to elude the pressure, can't get away from it. And he is buried under as they get him shy of the 20-yard line. Army with a 21-0 lead. The kind of start they wanted here in the season opener as the Corps of Cadets, always entertaining.
Do you know who brewed your beer?
I am passionate about what I do. I'm passionate about Budweiser flavor.
When I tell them I'm the brewmaster, they can't believe it. They think I've got the best job in the world, and I think they're probably right.
I have dedicated my life to making sure that beer will be perfect, and to see a person really enjoy it means everything to me.
Meet the brewmaster who spent 30 days brewing your Budweiser at trackyourbud.com.
Life's biggest decisions often come down to the numbers. At Southern New Hampshire University, we offer over 180 online graduate and undergraduate programs. For over 18 years, we've been offering online education, building on the promise we made 80 years ago to make higher education accessible and affordable. As a nonprofit university, we have just one focus: you. See yourself succeed at ready.snhu.edu.
Whoa, 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 honey, what are you doing?
Just getting rid of some stuff from the garage.
No garage sale here, man. Nope, absolutely not.
You have stuff. We have a great place to keep it. Public storage. Our units are clean, well lit, and accessible 365 days a year. Act now, and your first month's rent is only $1. Dollar units of all sizes are available in your area, but they're going fast. Call 1-800-688-2233. Click on publicstorage.com or come by today.
Let's compare technology on Dish and DirecTV. DirecTV has 7 Emmy Awards for technical achievement, and Dish 1. DirecTV offers a high-definition DVR with TiVo, and Dish doesn't. Only DirecTV combines TiVo's unique interface and
Back here at Michie Stadium, 10th night game in the 89-year history of this stadium, and so far it's all Army, and just like the petting zoo. Got the mule mascot over there for some of the young folks on hand here at the game, and Morgan State now, its 4th possession of the game. They punted twice, and they had the disaster on the last one with a punt fumble. Council's back in a quarterback. He gives way. Up the gut goes Morgan State. And they'll pick up about 5 on this carry. Tommy, a little surprised they haven't had more success, Morgan State, running the ball in this game, or not?
They've had success running the ball, but the problem, they've been killing themselves with penalties. And that's what's been setting them off track. The coach wanted to get 4 and 5 yards on first down. He wanted to move gradually, and they've killed themselves with penalties, and that's taken them out of the game that they wanted to play. As he told us, he wanted to play a vertical run game tonight.
There's Herb Walker on the last carry, out to the 23-yard line. Pistol look here. Council gives off. Walker's got room. There's the run game as they'll get the first down out to the 33-yard line. James Kelly, the 6'3" junior, made the tackle.
Yeah, right. Morgan State wants to be patient. Put a good long drive together. Don't get themselves back in the ball game.
Gain of 10 on that last run. And up top, the total yards, Army with 191 and Morgan State with 81 to this point of the game. From the 33-yard line, 1st and 10. Walker's got it again. Bacon comes up, made a great play to Jeffrey Bacon. He got some help from Shaquille Tolbert as well, getting an opportunity to start. It's a good look at him in action there, Jeffrey Bacon.
Jeffrey Bacon, he's coming up like showing his linebacker skills from last year, and he is a great tackler, and that's one of the things they like, putting him in the middle of that defense, because that's one of the problems Army had last year, was they didn't tackle well on the perimeter or on the secondary level.
Emotional leader of their defense. You ask anyone on their team, he's the guy, clear cut. He said earlier in camp, he said our defense needs to go out and play like animals this year. Simply put, inside of 10 to go in this first half. Council on the ground, keeps across the 40. He was wrapped up and dropped by Alex Meyer. And Alex Meyer, a good story, came back from basically a reconstructed knee a couple of months sooner than they expected. He blew that knee out, did Alex Meyer, in the Navy game in early December last year.
Jeffrey Bacon creeping up there again on the assist too.
That adjustment, though, you touched on that earlier. After a gain of 8, that is a tough adjustment going.
That's tough for going to linebacker to free safety. Easier to move up around the ball.
3rd and 2 here now. Brown got it, broke a tackle, slithers, and it looks like
he got it.
Yep.
They're going to get a good spot here.
Aiden Pierce made the tackle there on Lamont Brown, the speedy redshirt freshman. Thomas Holloway, their defensive captain this year. So they move the chains here once again, as Tom mentioned. They need to put together a nice drive here, and a 3-touchdown deficit right now, inside of 9 to go in the first half. Council at time fires, it is caught, and that'll be a first down to the 43-yard line. And a nice pitch and catch right there, as the catch was made by Thomas Martin, gain of 14.
You've got a man-to-man technique on the outside. Stop and come back to the ball. That's perfect time pass. Hard to defend. Ball thrown to the sideline. It's either going to be caught or it's going to be incomplete.
Martin redshirted a season ago. They like his big play ability.
Another unbalanced line again coming out here.
From the 43. Deep on the ground. It's Lamont Brown. Gets just inside the 40-yard line of Army.
Well, Lamont Brown's carrying the ball a lot. They're going to try to stay on schedule now. He wants to get into 3rd and shorts. That's his goal. He told us that earlier in the week. And get behind that big line and just start to try to maul it and wear down Army.
Well, we showed that number earlier about the difference. It's usually in the 80 to 90 range, but this differential for the front of Morgan State, 100 pounds, over 100 pounds against Army. They'll keep it on the ground. Nice play into the middle and getting it down to the 34-yard line. Herb Walker on the carry there.
They want to be, if they don't make it on this 3rd down, they're going on 4th. He told us that they were not going to sit back. You got some very good trapping by their big guy, Kareem Barton, number 74. They are high on him. They say he can play anywhere in their offensive line.
This is the 9th play of the drive. Picked up 4 on the last play. They need a yard here. They do it again to the 30. Holloway slows him, but a 1st down for Morgan State. Herb Walker again on the carry. He's getting fed the rock a lot here. Ian Brown doing the job there.
Well, they told us they were going to give this ball a lot in this game.
3-4 guys.
They made a point. He was going to lug it. He was going to have a long night. He would be sore come tomorrow morning.
The way he's going, that looks to be the case. 7 minutes remaining in the first half. 21-0 lead for Army. Looked like movement again on the right side.
And this is what's killing their drives, is the penalties. Everything else they've done up to this point, what they've wanted to do.
72 on the offense, 5 yards, 1st down.
And so now they're right in there. And so what you have here is that once again that movement inside way too early. They don't want to be here. They don't want 1st and 15. It's 1st and 10, 2nd and 6, 3rd and 2. That's what they want.
8th penalty for 60 yards the wrong way for Morgan State. Counsel a fake he keeps. Alex Meyer stepped up into the gap there, and he got a piece of him. Jeffrey Bacon helped out as well. So too did Bobby Coe. First time we've called his name tonight.
This would be either a screen or a draw down. They may go back to the out, depending if they like the matchup they have on the outside. He told us this is not a good situation for him, 2nd and 13. That's not what they want to be.
Look there at Bacon as he drifts back into that safety spot. This is the 11th play of the drive, folks. From the 33, 2nd and 13, nearly intercepted over the middle. That one in and out of the hands of Alex Meyer.
Alex said that was going the whole way if he could have caught it. That was a great job by Alex. He just read the quarterback's eyes, spied the quarterback, saw him step that way, and broke perfectly on the ball. He did everything well but catch it.
Alex, like Bacon, has changed positions this season, moving in that flex defense that Army has. 3 for 6 on 3rd down as Morgan State. They need 13 to get it. They got to get to the 20 to get the 1st down. Plenty of time. Counsel now. Going to try and use his feet. Can he get away from the pressure? He does for the moment. Down inside the 25. Meyer was over there. He took a heavy hit. Getting in there as well was Shaquille Tolbert and also Josh Jenkins, the freshman.
Well, here's what happened. Army dropped a guy. They showed every time that Morgan State's gone empty, Army sent 5 guys. This time they showed 5-man pressure and dropped one of their inside guys back to close off those low-level crossing passes.
Well, they're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Okay, this is going to be a run. I'm going to guess run again.
Counsel Brown puts his head down. He got an extra push, and Tom, that got him the 1st down.
That was
last
great
push.
running.
Yes.
Great running by the the back there. Kept his shoulder square, got up the field, fought for the extra yardage. There's the effort you like right there. He fought for those extra yards. Good job for that young man.
And that was Daniel Onwebu who gave him that last push. For Donald Hill's team, Morgan State, a little more than 5 to go in the half. Very good-looking drive here, Tom.
Yeah, double tight end again. They wanted this formation before. They haven't the look they wanted, and they weren't able to make it go.
Timeout taken by Morgan State. They're on the move with exactly 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Trailing Army by 21. Well, every school has history and tradition. Morgan State, they have 4 players in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. There was Leroy Kelly, a running back, Roosevelt Brown, an offensive tackle, Len Ford, a defensive end. He was part of the Pro Football Hall of Fame class of '76. And the most popular of those guys, Willie Lanier, a defensive star with the Chiefs. And they're upset over the Vikings. He was inducted in 1986. That's pretty impressive. This drive has been impressive too, Tom, as they give to Brown. Lamont Brown, right side, inside of the 15-yard line. And making the stop there was James Kelly, the first to get him.
Kareem Barton on every play. They either run behind him, or when he pulls, they go behind him.
You talked about him at the outset of the broadcast. He's, as they say in the football world, the bell cow on that line, right?
You're not far from here, Brooklyn.
That's right. And a 5 on that last carry. 2nd and 5 coming. Council. Here is Brown. Breaks free. Good job coming up to make that tackle. Guess who from the back end? It was Jeffrey Bacon that got to him.
He makes a lot of tackles.
He does.
He is. Eventually, they're going to have to throw up over the top of him to slow him down a little bit, get him flat-footed, because he's inching closer and closer to the line of scrimmage. He's going back to his linebacker days.
That mentality's hard to break, right?
He told me it was hard to break when I talked to him.
Yeah.
He said that was the hardest thing he had to break.
So this drive for Morgan State, they picked up 7 on that run. Brown with a dozen carries is now in the teens now in number of plays. Inside of 4 to go in the half. Council fakes the handoff, keeps Hill trying to get toward the goal line. Jarrett Mackey was there. He was the first to greet him, the legacy captain here at West Point. And he gets some help in there from number 6 once again, and Tolbert as well.
Just a zone keep by the quarterback here. He reads it, takes it behind the puller. I think he wanted to get in there. Come on, put your head down. He's back like a quarterback. Put your head down and get in there. Come on.
Gain is 6. Council's rushed 6 times for 35 yards. On 2nd and goal, here's Brown trying to plow his way in. He is denied as Bacon was in there once again. He took him head on. Marcus Poling also helped out.
Have to dig in 2 more times. Hey, Bacon's playing like a linebacker again. That's what he's used to right here. Look at him slide and shuffle. That's how it's done.
So Army's taking a timeout. They've got 2 remaining. They want to talk things over with a critical 3rd and 1 from the 1 coming up when we come back.
For the
season opener here for Army, leading Morgan State 21-0, but it's never too early at West Point to take a look ahead, and you've only got 106 days remaining in a countdown to America's game, the Army-Navy game presented by USAA. That one will be, of course, on CBS Sports. 3rd and 1 from the 1. Council, did he get it? He got a push from behind. There's the indication, touchdown, Morgan State. And they are on the scoreboard. 21-6 PAT coming up.
Just what they wanted to do. Their first 3 drives, only 18 plays. That whole drive, 18 plays.
Yes.
They wanted a long, sustained drive, give their defense a rest. They're all pushing and shoving down there.
Robert Council comes in, leads a very impressive drive. There's Mueller. The snap gets away. He won't get an attempt to kick this. And Army in there to sniff it out. They get the holder as well. And that play blown up in a hurry, so it remains a 15-point Army lead with 2:50 remaining in the first half.
Just a bad snap down low. Didn't have a chance to get on it. Would have liked to have seen Army pick that one up and run with that baby, trying to get two the other way.
Yes. Special teams so important, as you've taught me in our time here at West Point. It's a critical phase that a lot of people don't think about.
They talked about that with us. They said, listen, we didn't make any hidden yards last year, and that's one of the things they wanted to work very hard on to get those yards that people watching the game might not see. They wanted better field position. Coach Shields, he told us it depends where you start, how often you score, and he said we've got to give better field position for our offense and our defense.
All right, we're 2:50 away from the end of the first half, but coming up on the Verizon halftime report, we'll meet the fourth member of our broadcast team here, John Feinstein. Also fireworks here on a beautiful August evening. That's coming up on the Verizon halftime report. Also a look and listen at the Army band as well. Chris Moeller to kick off. Julian Crockett and Larry Dixon are back deep to return. Dixon on the near side at the 6. He's got it. Here goes Larry. Up to the 20, looking for a block. He is popped and dropped. In the neighborhood of the 26, his helmet came off. Angel Santiago, the new starter, looking all the part, Tom Bradley.
Well, I tell you, he's looked great tonight. He's thrown the ball well. His reads have been excellent. He's done a good job faking the pitch. You can't ask for any more. He's given through a great fade route there. You know, really showing impressive skills thrown. And we knew he could throw the ball. He told me the other day in the meeting, Coach, I can throw the ball, remember? I think he wanted me to go out and run routes.
Ian Shields, the offensive coordinator, taking advantage of the skill set he's got. And so far tonight, Santiago, 96 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. He's thrown for 50 and had the touchdown on the last Army possession to Shalon Lawrence. Here's Angel. He's going to fire, float one down the middle. What a throw, what a catch. Moss has it down near the 25, inside of the 25. His second catch of the night. Rankin made the stop, but Xavier Moss, the freshman, looking impressive there.
They like Xavier Moss. They told us that going into this thing, that he's going to be a big play, deep threat for them.
A 49-yard play.
I'll tell you what, here it is. You bit him, got up over the top. Number 7 late getting into it.
And off to the fullback. That was Tippett in there. Aiden Tippett had a big game here at Mikey Stadium late last season. Valuable guy that can spell Larry Dixon. Taquan Jackson made the stop.
Now they're getting back to their bread and butter down here. They're going to run the triple option, run the double, run the midline, run what they do best.
No more than 2 to go in this first half. Maples, the motion man. They fake to him. Santiago wants to look and fire to the corner of the end zone. Xavier Moss was out there. They could not stop talking about Moss yesterday in our meeting.
They took a chance there because it's going to be second and third now, and they're going to be in good shape here. It's just they have the yardage they want, third and short. They'll take, you know for a fact they're going for that. Just missed him around the corner of the end zone. Just overthrew him a little bit.
Excuse me, Tom, but that pass play down the middle, that big pass, they've changed it. Now 51 yards on that throw by Santiago and to Xavier Moss, the 6'3" freshman out of Houston, Texas. Ian Shields said he was a quick study. He's picked everything up very well. He's got 2 catches for 75 yards tonight.
It's a pretty good average, isn't it?
It's very good.
Even your math background, you can figure that out.
I may need the phone and the calculator, but he's certainly a wide receiver playing well in his first opportunity here. Santiago Robinson, haven't called his name much, but Robinson dragged down Angel Santiago inside the 10.
I think Coach Shields wanted to get up the field there, get vertical, not cut back across the grain. Telling him, you're not a tailback. Get up the field.
And a 6 on that last run by Santiago.
He would rather be shorter than in goal than almost 10 in goal.
Yes. Coming up on 90 seconds remaining in the half. Santiago on to pitch fake. Now he's in big time trouble. He's going to lose a couple of yards. Good job by Morgan State's defense there. Chris Robinson came through with another stop.
They've done a better job. They've backed up Bisbee a little bit. Almost played him like a bubble on the nose, back off the ball. Almost like the flex look that Army's known to play.
Timeout has been taken by Army. Each team with one timeout remaining with 85 seconds remaining in this first half. 1:25 to go. A lot of games on the CBS Sports Network. Had USC and Hawaii last night. This one here tonight. And coming up tomorrow, our good friends Brad Johansson, Randy Cross, Rashawn Ali. They'll have the call of Miami and Marshall. My guy. He's my guy. We're going to see this guy later this year, Tom, in November. Rakeem Cato. How do you stop him?
You don't. He's Conference USA Offensive Player of the Year.
I like
and
that.
And you got Nunley. He's the two-time All-MAC defensive back. That's going to be a good matchup. That's a game I think you're going to want to watch, because one thing about Marshall and Coach Doc Holliday, they can put points up on that board very quickly.
7 o'clock tomorrow, right here on CBS Sports Network. More action coming up on Sunday night. Colorado and Colorado State. You and I will be headed to Oklahoma next week, along with Christine and our crew, for Colorado State at Tulsa Saturday night. Second down and goal. The ball spotted at the 11 for Santiago.
They're not crowding that ball anymore. They backed that defensive line up a good bit.
8 rushes for 101 for Angel Santiago. Gave it off to Larry Dixon. He's powering his way. Now that looked like Earl Campbell with the power and thunder there.
That's what Larry can do. He's a very strong running back. They talked about his strength. One of the things they were impressed with him too is he's a heck of a good blocker.
Yes.
They said his blocking got better this preseason.
Absolutely. 2-year starter coming into the year. Over 1,300 career rushing yards and 11 touchdowns in 23 career games coming in. Inside of a minute remaining. 3rd and goal from the 6. Baggett thought he'd get it. Pitch outside. Here is Brandon Maples trying to work in the corner of the end zone, and he stepped out. He stepped out in the neighborhood of the 3-yard line. So a 4th and goal coming up. Bill Hill forced him out.
Coach Ellerson has a decision now.
Good look back at that run, and well, Tom, it looks like this decision has been made. They're going to go for it from the 2 on 4th down.
Got those placards on the sideline working hard. They're turning around, doing everything with them.
Yes. Santiago still under center. Good look in at the formation. It's Baggett, the motion man. Santiago has to sidestep. Can't get away, and they bury him. Nice work to get in there and take him down. Devin Washington able to get in there as well and help out. And Cody Acker in on the play as well.
Devin Washington on a huge play right there.
Cody Acker there making that play, and he sniffed it out. Not easy to sniff out that attack that Army runs out of offensively, but he did a nice job. And mark that play down, because that could end up being a big turning point in this game. Long way to go. The entire second half. Army will get the football to begin the second half. When the half ends, we will chat with head coach Rich Ellerson down at field level. And a big stop there. Donald Hill and his Morgan State Bears. Time will expire. It will run off, and Army will take a 15-point lead into the locker room here on opening night, Michie Stadium. So Army, their first 3 possessions, they cashed in. The last one here in the late stages of this first half. They could not punching in as the core and the dress white, the white uniforms, not the dress whites, the white uniforms, looking on, and a beautiful look at Michie Stadium. Good crowd, good turnout here tonight. Head coach Rich Ellerson's been kind enough to join us down at field level.
Coach Ellerson, yes. How would you talk about your play for the first half?
Well, I think I love what we're doing offensively. Obviously, I'd like to have kicked that field goal at the end now that I know that wasn't going to work. But we've got to be a little bit stouter on defense. There's just some real fundamental stuff. They're not making it easy for us. They got a really gifted set of legs at quarterback, and they're big and physical up front. And they're really messing with us with a lot of formations, challenging the guys mentally. But we've got to be more physical. But the things that are getting us aren't tricky things. They're just basic things.
Okay, thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
Rich Ellerson joining us here at halftime. Half is complete. Army leads it at the break, 21-6.
At the end of the night, you need more.
5 wide, look again. Higgins pressured, stepped up, gets away, but he won't get away as they drop him to the turf as Alderitis was there. From the 28, Higgins steps up. Now he's pressured and dropped. They got him. They came from the right end. Starter Santiago under center, fakes it. He's got it. He's looking for more in the open field. He's going to take it in for the first Army touchdown of 2013. To this point, you can make it 6 for 96. Touchdown, Army. 3rd and 1 from the 1. Council, did he get it? He got a push from behind. And there's the indication. Touchdown, Morgan State. And we welcome you back. Let's take a look back and review the 5-hour energy first half stats. Tom Bradley, anything catching your eye there?
Yeah, the passing yards by Army. 101 yards, only averaged 66 last year.
Rushing yards about where they normally are. Total yards 259. The penalties really hurting Morgan State.
One of the big stats here is no turnovers by Army. Some quick scoring drives. Time of possession clearly in Morgan State's favor. That's very different too for Army. They usually have it in their favor.
18-play drive that Morgan State had on their touchdown drive in that second quarter, and it's a 21-6 lead for Army at the half. Tom, let's look at our Geico difference makers, and here they are for tonight. Up first, it is Lamont Brown from Morgan State.
He's what we thought he would be, because when we talked to the coaches, they said this young man can really get it done for us, and he understands about positive yards. He's not dancing all over the place. He likes to get up the field.
13 rushes for 55 yards, was integral on that scoring drive. They've worked Walker into the mix too, but those are the numbers on Lamont Brown. And for Army tonight, this guy has made a serious difference.
Yeah, Angel suck. He's probably in the locker room right now. Throw some more, throw it more. He's having a lot of fun out there. He's one of the key things is that they emphasize with him is keep the ball off the ground.
He's done that. A very impressive start to the 2013 season for Angel Santiago. Right down the field, had a big run, had a big touchdown run, and he got them going early on. He is picking up and taking over for what is a true Army legend in Trent Steelman. They have posters of him already up here in the press box. That's how important Steelman is. But Santiago has ushered in a new era of Army quarterback.
He's gotten off to a great start. Army threw the ball on the first play of the game. I'd like to see that stat. When the last time that happened?
Yeah, everybody was surprised. It's just not typical of what they do. Moss has been impressive too. What have you liked about him?
Well, one thing we know, he has great speed, great athleticism. They told us that in the meetings. They like that he picks up everything quickly and he runs great routes.
So Rich Ellerson, you had a chat with him briefly at the end of the first half. What'd you take away from what he had to tell you?
One of the things I think Coach Ellerson went in halftime said, look, we got to play 60 minutes, and this is an important drive for us. We've got to make some hay on this drive. And I think, and he's telling them, hey, on defense, don't give up any big plays.
Very good. Second half is underway. Army getting the rock to begin this third quarter, leading 21-6. A big return as the tackle made by Martin, and on that return was Julian Crockett, who stepped up big for the Black Knights last year in the kick return game, and he gives them a good start here to begin the third quarter.
Coach Ellerson talked about it. Let's start our drives on the 40 this year. Got it out to the 35, so it's a good start.
A 22-yard return for Crockett to that 35-yard line. Army possessions in the opening half of play. They scored on their first 3 and could not convert and get it in on 4th and goal on number 4.
I look for Army to just give the ball to Dixon a lot, because that's what you're going to do, because those down guys from Morgan State are back off the ball a yard. They're just going to give it to Dixon. Forget the triple option. We're going to give it to him and get right up the field right now.
Right on cue, they do that. A pickup of 8 yards for Larry Dixon. And hobbling off the field for Morgan State, one of their defensive linemen is Andrew Mitchell, and there's that one of the placards, Tom, they use. They try to confuse the opposition.
Yeah, we weren't sure who was. They weren't even sure sometimes. Remember, the kids were laughing about having a lot of fun with the placards, and we said, "What do all those placards mean?" They said, "Coach, it's a long thing to get into."
It is a complicated situation, but it works for them. 40 seconds gone here in this third quarter, and Larry Dixon trying to get away. There's some toughness.
That's Larry Dixon right there. That's second effort. That's the way it should be done.
So, Tom, you're 2 years removed from last coaching, but you're always going to be a coach, and you're our coach now as we go inside the Army room with Coach Tom Bradley.
Play 60 minutes and no big plays on defense. Keep the ball off the ground.
Good stuff. We'll go to the other side. Morgan State, we get an opportunity as Larry Dixon, 6 carries, 45 yards to this point in the ball game on the ground. We'll see if they continue to give him a heavy dose, and they do. You call it, Coach. He breaks away, bangs free from a tackler, still on his feet inside the 20. Larry Dixon with a huge gain deep into Morgan State territory. Nate Ayers forced him out.
One of the great things he did, did you see where he kept his hand on the chest of the man? He didn't get it up high, and he fought him the whole way. This is Larry Dixon at his best, right there. He's a hard man to bring down. You have got to tackle him. You can't arm tackle this guy.
He had 33 yards on 4 carries in the first half. On that carry right there, he outdid that number with a 38-yard pickup. Army into the red zone. He's got 7 for 83 to this point of the ball game. 1st and 10 from the 15. Santiago. He'll keep it. He's got room. Puts his head down. That's tough. He goes inside the 5. He took a shot, gave a shot as well. Darian Irby made the tackle, and inside the red zone. Tonight's red zone is being brought to you by Verizon.
Here's what happened in the last play. Morgan State shifted to a 4-man front. Coach Ian Shields saw it. They checked out of it and went to the double option on the outside. Really good call by the offensive coaches.
Pickup of 12 to set up his 1st and goal from the 4. Frazier, the motion man. Santiago matching his uniform number with his 3rd touchdown of the night on the ground as Army strikes quickly and makes it 27-6 here early in the 3rd.
They told us wherever the bubble was, that's where they were going to take that quarterback sneak, and every time they've done it, it's been to the left side down there.
Grachowski will come on and try and tack on the PAT. Andrew Ellerson is the snapper. A.J. Scher will hold.
That's how they wanted to start the second half, right there you saw it.
And Daniel Grachowski, the young man they call Grouch, boots through another one. And the Black Knights increase the lead. It's now a 22-point lead. Quick, effective, and precise. Santiago with his 3rd rushing touchdown of the night gives Army a 28-6 lead.
EMCOR is a company of doers. We build, power, service, and protect structures of every kind, impacting millions of lives. That's not all we do. We also support our troops. We send packages with a little bit of home to those far from home. EMCOR, build, power, service, protect, and support.
Spying on me?
Yeah, Grandpa, and upgrading your TV.
Ah, so where's the new one?
This makes your not so new one new.
Well, you know.
College football on CBS Sports Network is being brought to you by the makers of 5-Hour Energy. Tackle the tire. By PenFed, offering great rates on mortgages, auto loans, and credit cards. Visit PenFed.org. And by Bud Light. It's the sure sign of a good time. Here we go.
Well, you want, as they say around here, military awesomeness. There's Ike, Dwight D. Eisenhower, 34th President of the United States. Graduated from West Point in 1915. Was also a star on the Army football team before he had to stop playing after the 12 season. There's a scoring drive, Tom. All the drives have been very, very quick and effective for Army tonight.
3 minutes and 7 seconds, 3 minutes and 11 seconds, 47 seconds, and 2 minutes and 14 seconds.
Salvatore Taylor on the return, ran into his own guy, got away, picks up another 3 yards or so before a half dozen Army tacklers get him and take him down to the turf. All right, Coach, we talked Army. Let's go inside of Morgan State's room. Coach them up. What do they got to do?
He told them in their locker room, listen, guys, one drive at a time. We're killing ourselves with penalties. We can move the football in this club. And we got to get some stops on defense. Get us a couple stops, get a couple scores. We'll get back in this game.
All right, we'll see if they can do that. They listened to our coach, Tom Bradley, longtime defensive coordinator at Penn State. In the second quarter, you said they've got to put together a drive. They did an 18-play drive. It got them on the board. Here they go. First down and 10 at the 19. Council. Walker's really ran well tonight. Jared Mackey on that left side over there for Army in on the play.
And Herm Walker's a young man from Glenville, Ohio. Went to Glenville High School. He was a heck of a high school player up there. A little short, 5'8", but he can run the ball.
Thomas Holloway in there as well. Orlando Johnson getting an opportunity to play in that backfield as well. There's a look at him. 3 minutes expired here in quarter number 3. Johnson out of Memphis, Tennessee. Council fakes the handoff. He's going to keep. He's going to be close to the first down. Looks like he's going to have it based on the spot as Dalton Mendenhall made the tackle there.
They're pulling Big Kareem, the big man around.
Your guy.
Quarterbacks are faking the read and getting up behind him, and he's a big guy. They like getting behind him and running the ball behind him. Coaches said he could play anywhere on the offensive line for this football team.
Here's a look at Andrew Mitchell, who dinged up. We'll get an injury update from our Christine Leahy momentarily after this play. Here's Council on the handoff, and they burst up the middle by Orlando Johnson. Christine, what do you have for us?
I have 2 injury updates for you. We have Andrew Mitchell, defensive lineman. We saw trainers looking at his foot just a little bit. They were having him run and walk back up and down the field. I talked to head trainer Colin Francis. He told me that he will be fine and will return to the game. However, number 9, Taquan Jackson, a linebacker, he will be out for the rest of the game with a undisclosed head injury.
Great stuff, Christine. Thank you. We appreciate it. So injuries already becoming a factor here for Morgan State. Ricky Fisk with a carry there. He's the guy.
He's the Wildcat guy.
He is.
He's the Wildcat.
He's the guy that they used somewhat to try to simulate Army's offense, but you talk about the speed. You can never really do that, but he was the scout team guy.
They're going to 2 tight ends. They're trying to balance up Army's defense and just run the football. They got their regular quarterback Council back in the game now.
Orlando Johnson, he's the deep guy. He'll get it. Tough run. He picks up the first down on 3rd and 1. Drummond with the tackle for Army. With a little more than 10 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter, today's first down line being brought to you by Navy Federal Credit Union here from Mikey Stadium. Ball at the 41. First meeting ever between these 2 programs. Morgan State, the FCS program from Baltimore. They've got about 8,000 students in their school. Of course, about
taking their shot.
There it is. Taking a shot. Taylor, there's your guy. They get the play. Big time catch. Great adjustment by Tabatane Taylor as he made the play with Pierce all over him. 1st and 10, Morgan State.
See, they told us they wanted to take that shot with Tabatane Taylor early in the game in the 1st quarter. Really didn't have the opportunity to do it, but they took their shot right there. That's just a streak route, takeoff route. Go get it and just lay it up there for him. The man has great speed. He's a 4.2 40 guy.
41-yard pickup. Good looking pass delivered to inside the red zone. 1st and 10. Here we go. It's Lamont Brown and broke a tackle. Great job. Now gets free, trying to get away. Can. Excellent pursuit. Jeffrey Bacon came out of his shoes to make that play.
You're not getting away from Jeffrey Bacon. He's up on that ball where he spells it out. Here's Jeffrey Bacon right here. Watch Jeffrey. This is perfect run support. Stay behind the ball. Stay behind the ball. There it is. That's how it's done.
Dynamite game from Bacon. Here's Brown, right side. Caught it from the backside. Bacon with 9 tackles in the game, and his helmet came off there. So on this particular play, Tom, he has to come out, sit out a play. No penalty involved like the one earlier in the first half.
He's got 9 tackles from his free safety position. Last year at linebacker, he has 11.4. He's ahead of his pace.
Hasn't changed much, has he?
No. Someone's going to go up over the top and play action, though. It's coming.
Yeah.
They're going to slow him down.
Big play here, folks. 3rd and 8 from the 16 from Oregon State. And penalty flag flies.
Movement again.
5 of 9 on 3rd down. The Bears are on 3rd down. Here's a penalty.
Prior to the snap, ball starts. Number 87 on the offense. 5 yards, 3rd down.
Nate Ingram, the tight end out of New Jersey, guilty of the false start there. Greg Gregory, the former Army assistant, now the offensive coordinator. And there's Bacon back into the game. Had to sit up. Losing his helmet. In there now, 3rd and long, to the air. Passes, caught, getting away. This will be a touchdown. Flowers catches, dives in, and Morgan State comes through with a big score. 21-yard pitch and catch.
That is a freshman mistake out there in their field corner, okay? You have got to turn that play back into your help. All your help's to your inside. He wants to tackle the outside leg. Cannot go for the inside leg. If you miss it, you have no help to the outside. Turn it back into your help.
Chris Moeller on to attempt the PAT to make it a 15-point game. No good. He doesn't do it, and it remains a 16-point game as he missed it wide left. But there's a look at the young man running the show. Robert Council delivering a touchdown pass to Chris Flowers. And Morgan State with some big conversions. They come through. And they get this score to make it 28-12.
Let's check this here. We have an empty formation. That's 6 across on the backside. You're getting man-to-man coverage on the outside. This is a mistake by the freshman quarterback, or the freshman cornerback right here. Okay, he bites. He's got to attack the outside leg to turn it back into his help. You don't have any help to the sidelines there. Turn it back inside. You have all your bodies in there.
End of the touchdown there. As Flowers dove in and Payam Sadat, he's the defensive coordinator of the 2 that Army has down on the field. Chris Smealan up in the booth, and Morgan State capping that off with a 21-yard touchdown pass from Council to Chris Flowers, who's their speed guy, 5'10", out of Haines City, Florida. From the 9-yard line, Crockett, who started the half with a big return, he's popped and dropped shy of the 25. They get him at the 24-yard line. And Zebra Jones made the stop. We'll come back. Army will get it when we return to West Point after this. Well, we ask you, what do you think will happen next? Pass, rush, interception. You can make your prediction with the CBS Sports pre-play app. Download now and start playing along during college and pro football games. Good ball game here with 8 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. It's 28-12 in favor of Army. Angel Santiago tonight, Tom, all he's done in his debut as the starter, 11 rushes, 112, and 3 on the ground. He's also thrown a touchdown pass. It went to Siobhan Lawrence. Just surprised at how well he's playing?
Not at all. He's a real leader after spending time with him, enjoying the time and the way he answered the questions. He's got a lot of poise.
Here he goes. He gives off to Dixon. Nice job to clog that up immediately. As they got the Larry Dixon in a hurry, it was Isaiah Lewis that nailed him.
Well, you kind of knew that was a run. It wasn't a pass. Those wide receivers were covering each other out there on the perimeter.
Pickup of a yard on the first down run. From the 26, they'll have it. It's Maples in motion. Santiago wants to throw, gets away from the pressure. He's going to be swarmed under and dropped. Looked like he might get out of there, but some great push up the middle. And again, it was Isaiah Lewis. It's here now from Angel Santiago talking about how military training prepares him for football.
Military-wise, they definitely prepare you for many different things, you know, on the battlefield as well as in the real life. So I think that it kind of carries over for like certain. You don't necessarily get stressed out, you know, as much as you were if you were not in the militaries.
It all comes together into one for these cadets here at West Point. He is very, very impressive in this first game of 2013. Army 2 for 4 on third. Fires, man open, and it's tipped. And Rankin, who's got 10 career interceptions, he had 5 a year ago, nearly picked that one off the outstretched hands of Xavier Moss.
That was a good throw, though. They should have come down with that one. Moss should have came down with that throw. Angel right on target on the curl route. Yeah, he's got to come down with that. That's a catch they got to make. Would have been a big first down.
Rankin last season, those 5 interceptions, led the MEAC. 10 in his career. That's impressive for the senior Rankin out of Germantown, Maryland. Alex Tardew, first punt. It's fielded. Fair catch made at the 40-yard line. Andrew King was there. So Morgan State trailing by a couple of scores, getting the rock back when we come back.
Great escapes.
Welcome back. Joining me again is Cadet Curry, a junior here at West Point. Now, we just heard Angel Santiago talking about the military training that you guys have to go through. Football players do not get any special exceptions. Talk to me a little bit about what you guys have to go through between your freshman and sophomore year.
Well, yeah, like you said, the football players, they get no special treatment. They have to do the exact same training as the rest of us. Between freshman, our plebe, and sophomore, our yuck year, we undergo an event called Cadet Field Training. It's basically a 3 to 4 week exercise in this place called Camp Buckner, where we run around the woods and learn how to do different things like set up a patrol base. We have a field artillery day. We learn to assault different positions. We learn how to set up a defense position. Just different things like that, and it's very physically taxing. Funny story, actually. I had 2 football players in my company during CFT. Cadet Larry Dixon was actually in my company, and he was always so full of energy. When everyone was tired and it was raining and wet and we were tired, you could always count on Larry to give a smile and make everyone feel better.
They are certainly tough off the field as well as on the field. Cadet Curry, thank you again. Tom and Ben will send it back up to you.
Thanks, guys. We appreciate it. Larry Dixon is tough, and as that was a run on first down by Herb Walker there for Morgan State. He picked up 4. This is a big possession, Tom. You and I were talking during the break, for both these teams. Big swing in this game right here.
What Morgan State wants to do is keep the ball on the ground, do what they do best, get into 3rd and short.
They give it off to Brown, trying to string him out wide. He's got wheels, still going on his feet, gets a first down. Great effort by Lamont Brown right there. What a burst.
They had that play diagnosed perfectly. They missed a tackle. That's one thing this defense can't do, is miss tackles.
Jenkins, the freshman, made the tackle, a gain of 9.
Right there, they had him on the jet sweep. They missed him here, 1, 2, and then they just get up the field, and the pursuit didn't get there. So 2 missed tackles on that play.
Jarrett Mackey there, and you got to wrap, you got to stick, and you got to drop. First time. 1st and 10 from the 47. Council keeps still moving his feet. He's going to pick up 5 5 on the carry. Shaquille Tolbert and Thomas Holloway made the stop. Inside of 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. I want to remind you that Armed Forces football is proudly supported by Golden Corral.
Army's getting tired on defense. They're not used to being in this situation. They're used to being on the sidelines more with their offense controlling the ball.
Oregon State has possession, a 22-yard touchdown run. Tracy Martin getting an opportunity to carry her. He's got a first down.
You've seen a lot more catching on the Army defense, not running through the tackles, leading with the hands, not running through the running backs. They're not being as aggressive they were early in the game. They've been on the field a long time.
They have. Oregon State, they started this drive as Coe and Meyer both come off to get fresh bodies in there. This was the best starting field position that the Bears had had all night. Was at the 40-yard line.
They're in 4-down territory.
Sure
right
they
now.
are.
They're playing this like Navy would play.
Yep. Brown, the motion man to the top of your screen. Council, hands off. They get to him fairly early, maybe a yard on that play. Looks like as Tracy Martin carried again.
See, when they motion Brown out of there, he's an imposter. They're not going to throw the ball to him. That's just to get the defense in, keep them rotating.
Stretch him.
Yes.
Yep.
But he's not going. They're not going to throw it to him. He's the imposter.
Jarrett Mackey. Army defense. See if they can stiffen and stop Morgan State here. It's a 28-12 game. Army with the lead. 2nd and 9. Council wanted to fire. He's got a lot of green grass in front of him. He ran into Bacon, though. He got away. But they're going to stop him, say his progress was stopped as it was there. But a good tough run by Council and a good play by Bacon to stop him.
Council would have been more patient. He had a guy wide open. He got to be more patient in that pocket.
14 tackles now for Jeffrey Bacon.
They said that was one of the problems with Council. He does get, when he sees anything coming at him, he likes to run out. They'd like him to stand in that pocket taller and release the ball.
Threw for 1,115 yards a season ago. There's Bacon. Lamont Brown will motion away. Oregon State 6 for 10. A third down. They're not going to convert this time. A great play made as Glover made the play in there to get Council.
It was the same pass play they ran the last time. Number 8 was wide open right there. He's wide open. Chance to see. Great rush because they had the guy they wanted. Just didn't have time to get it off.
3rd Army sack of the game. Loss of 10 on it. Punting situation they'll line up for Will Morgan State.
Big stop for Army.
Yes, big stop. Absolutely. 2 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Short kick, but a well-placed kick, and it fooled everybody. Came to the near side. Morgan State, their punt coverage team all ran right down between the hash marks, and it came to the near side of the field. They're going to down the ball at the 15-yard line with 1:45 to go in the quarter. And that's where Army will go to work, leading in this game by 16 after a 27-yard punt. First and 10 at the 15 for Angel Santiago and the Black Knight offense. Santiago with 3 rushing touchdowns. He's thrown for another in the 2013 opener for Army here at home. Here is Maples. Bangs his way off the left side. Michael Kimes over there to help out on the O-line. Cody Acker, who stepped up here in the second half with another tackle for Morgan State.
A lot more stunning going on inside now by Morgan State. They're taking away the read a little bit with the quarterback.
Army, the 3rd time in this game, Tom, they've started a drive inside of their own 20, but it hasn't really fazed them to this point. Maples with 5 carries for 18 yards. Picked up 3 on the last carry. Give it off up the middle. Larry Dixon Got the carry. It's going to bring up a 3rd and a long 5 for Army.
One of the things that's happening right now, they're getting the read to give it inside. They're doing a great job stopping the dive play for the fullback. Army's got to get this to the perimeter very quickly.
3rd and 5 coming up from the 20. Army 2 of 5 on 3rd down. Here we go on 3rd down. They're not going to get it. Great job on the end coming in there to close off any space right there for Angel Santiago by Joel Scott.
That's how it's played. Everybody has their assignment. Very disciplined by Morgan State. They're starting to catch on to the speed now of the Army offense. Army offense is hard to practice. Takes you a while to get used to it. They're used to it right now.
It's Jerry Holmes, the defensive coordinator. This is going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. They won't run a play. Army will lead the ball game 28-12 after 3 quarters. Army trying to get off on the right foot in the 2013 season opener. 4 fingers in the air. We'll do the same when we come back on the other side of this to West Point. Back here at Michie Stadium alongside longtime Penn State defensive coordinator Tom Bradley, Christine Leahy, all of our great crew. My name is Ben Holden. There's our line score by quarter so far. Army off to a 14-0 start. They then extended that to a 21-0 lead. They led 21-6 at the half. And as we begin the 4th, Tom Bradley, it is a 28-12 Army lead here. And they've got the ball.
Morgan State should get good field position. They're going to try one more time to get a long drive going before they start to throw the ball.
Second punt of the game for Alex Tardew, the new punter. High hanging kick, good punt. This will let the coverage get down there. No return. That was a very good punt by Tardew, who took over for Chris Bolt. Andrew King, the fair catch.
Tardew is an exceptional directional punter, then, and that's one of the things he does very well. They like him to punt the ball when the ball's on the hash mark. Kick it to the boundaries.
If you weren't with us at the outset of the game, we're going to get you up to speed on a couple of things that Tom talked about in the matchup, and now we update those and look at how that has taken place in form tonight, that matchup, Tom.
Well, I think the matchup has played out pretty well. What's going on right now, though, is Morgan State is caught up to the Army option play because they're getting used to it in the speed of that.
So here we go with Fisk in at quarterback. Ricky Fisk, and he's dropped in the backfield for a loss. Good work by the guys up front by Army.
Army's defense recognized they have the Wildcat formation, and they're not playing pass. Everybody's signaling each other, hey, this is a run here. They got Wildcat in.
TJ Atimalala made the tackle. Robert Council back in. Higgins started the game. Council has taken over, and he's certainly separated and earned his playing time. Here's Brown. Lamont Brown spins, taken down just shy of the 42-yard line. It'll bring up a 3rd down coming up as Bobby Coe made the tackle.
Yeah, you know, sooner or later there's going to be a turnover here. It's about time for one. We haven't seen one all night. One of them is going to give right now.
Brown will pick up a 5 on that last carry. 17 rushes for 69 yards.
There's a lot of ball movement going on both sides now, and this is when you start to see a turnover happen.
Jarrett Mackey's seen a lot of playing time in this game. 3rd and 6. Morgan State 6 of 11 on 3rd down. Walker, he's going to be shy. Drop just shy of the 45.
Here's the decision he has now. They may think they're in 4th down area. Let's see what Coach Hill does. I see Coach Gregory went over and asked him, what do you want? He decided to punt it here. I think it's a good move by what they're doing to coaches here. There's still 13 minutes and 22 seconds to go in the game. You don't want to put yourself out of the game. You're going to give Army a long field to work with. You're still hoping Army puts that ball on the ground somewhere and you get yourself the field position back.
Noble, the return man for Army. Forbes will punt. Sends it free from the 35. Short kick off the side of his foot. But Morgan State will get a fortunate bounce or two. This is going to be real good for Morgan State. They're going to pin him and make Army start this drive at the 15-yard line. Good effort, 40-yard punt. Rich Ellerson's offense back onto the field when we come back to West Point after this.
Do you know where your beer is brewed? With 12 breweries spread all across the United States, your next Budweiser is closer than you think.
Inside of 13 minutes remaining in the ball game, Army's offense set to come back on the field. They'll start from their own 15-yard line. And Tom, let's look at the resume, the moving pictures put together by Angel Santiago. We'll do that momentarily. I want to remind you, today's first down line being brought to you by Navy Federal Credit Union. We'll get a look at Santiago's work next chance we get.
Morgan State's going to crowd the ball right now. They're going to. Army wants to put a drive together right here. They're not going to try to. They're going to crowd this ball.
Santiago with 13 carries, 110 yards, 3 touchdowns on the ground, 4 of 7 through the air for 100, and a touchdown pass to Siobhan Lawrence. Here is Dixon, gets free. Larry Dixon powers his way out to the 29-yard line as Cody Acker continues to be active, made the tackle.
You're going to see Army football right now. Army's going to start honking that football in there. Here's Larry Dixon. That's just a give play to him, knock people off the ball. They're just going to try to get as much as they can every play now. Move the ball forward, eat up the clock. They want to take a great thing. Coach Ellis would love to see is a long drive taking time off that clock.
First downs are dead even. Dixon picked up 14 on that last carry. He's now at an even 100 on 10 carries. The math pretty simple there for the average. Gets it again. You said it too, Tom. At the start of the third quarter, they were going to feed him the rock, and they have done just that.
Yeah, the one thing they don't want to do is give any type of a turnover here. He's not going to play games with the triple right now. He's going to give it to somebody. You might see the double option on the perimeter, not the triple.
6-yard gain for Larry. 2nd and 4 from the 35 coming up. Look into the eyes of Angel Santiago. He said when he found out he was the starter, he sent a text to his mom, his dad, and his sister. They were all thrilled for him, as you would expect, getting an opportunity as Dixon did not go far. This will bring up a 3rd and short. As DeMarco Bisbee was in there, big number 96, the pride of Lansing, Michigan, and Sexton High School in there to make the tackle.
That was a really good hit play by Bisbee there. He played off the center's block to make the play, scraped over the top there, and laid a pretty good hit on
Dixon dinged up on the play. Hayden Tippett has worked his way into the game, and Larry Dixon came off the field in the first half for a few plays. 12 carries for Dixon for 107 yards in the game tonight. They'll check him out. Third and 3 upcoming. Black Knights are 2 of 6 on 3rd down in the game to this point. Clock moving, coming up on 4 minutes gone in the 4th quarter. Turn time was in motion. Got a man wide open near side. Floated out there, and Santiago missed as he had Siobhan Lawrence all alone and could not connect. 4th down coming up.
That was one he should have completed. He'd like to have that back again.
Yes, he would.
Not an easy throw going to your left, though. Beautiful play fake here. Everybody bid on it to the inside. That's really well designed play. Just got to give it to him.
Oh. So Alex Tardu is in the punt. He's punted 3 times now in the second half. Did not punt at all in the first half. King back there. He'll fair catch this ball just over the 25-yard line. So Morgan State will bring the offense back onto the field. A 38-yard punt. Army continues to lead here at Mikey Stadium.
Golden Corral just made the weekend better than ever again. Our $12.99 premium prime rib and shrimp weekend is back. It's endless prime rib, our best jumbo butterfly shrimp, and our new bone-in catfish and catfish fillets. It's our premium prime rib and shrimp weekend only at Golden Corral.
Hi, I'm Jason Segel from How I Met Your Mother, and you're watching the CBS Sports Network.
1-800-523-3104. Call now.
Welcome back to Michie Stadium, where the score now is 28-12 Army. Moments ago, we saw Larry Dixon go down. He was walking off the field. What I can tell you is that we see that trainers working with him on the sidelines. They are having him stand up, sit down, doing some eye tests. It appears like we cannot tell you whether or not he will come back into the game. Tom and Ben?
Thanks, Christine. As tough as he is, it wouldn't shock me if he's back in there.
Oh, not at all. He doesn't want to sit this out.
No way. 10:43 to go in the ball game. Morgan State 1st and 10 from the 26. Near side. Catch made at the 40. It's King with the catch. And Pierce there to shut him out of bounds.
I think they'll get more into more run throw now. We said that they did last time they had the ball. Maybe the last time they would try to grind one out. Now with the clock coming grinding down here, about 10.5 to go, they're going to start to throw the ball more and mix in the pass a lot more. They'll try to get a quick, they'll throw a shot down here pretty soon too.
And 13 on that last play. Walker gets it. He's seen a lot of time, and this is a big reason why. Ran into his own guy, gets free, and he's tracked down. Look at the effort. He hunted him down, did Bacon to make the tackle.
One of the things that they're doing is they're getting, when they want to run the ball, they're getting in 2 tight ends, forcing Army to balance it up, and that's when they're getting their big run plays right now. When they want to run the ball, look for 2 tight ends.
18-yard pickup. Jeffrey Bacon tracked him down. 9 carries for 59 yards for Walker. Timeout taken by Morgan State. With 9:56 to go in the ball game, we'll step aside for a quick timeout.
I was learned in Djibouti, Africa, 2004.
Vietnam in 1972.
Fort Benning, Georgia.
3 consecutive championships. Alabama trying to do it. They're going to do it.
They're going to certainly got a good chance. They have the personnel to do it, and the schedule sets up very well for them when their off weeks are.
CBS Sports will have that big matchup between the Crimson Tide and Texas A&M. Only team that beat Alabama last year. Johnny Football, the Aggies. Robert Council kept there.
Army's starting to catch a little bit on defense. They've got to start attacking again. They're sitting back on their heels.
There again, that top 10.
Hey, we have Stanford coming in here pretty soon.
We have Stanford coming in here on the 14th, right here at noon from Michie Stadium. CBS Sports Network. They open their season next week against a very good San Jose State team. 2nd and 3 for Morgan State. Big possession in this ball game. Walker's got it, trying to get free. Can't, dragged down and dropped for a loss at the 40-yard line. Kyle Maxwell, Michigan product, got in there to take him down.
Army's really did a good job on that play, slanting to where they felt the run was going to be. And I think they've figured out a little bit for those 2 tight ends which way they want to run that ball. Usually when you have 2 tight ends, one of them is the predominant side where they like to run that football.
.16 tackles in the game for Jeffrey Bacon. 3rd down and 6 coming up inside of 9 minutes remaining. Morgan State 6 for 12 on 3rd. There's Bacon getting into position from the 40. Council fakes, keeps, and now throws it out there off the turf, picked up by Lamont Brown over there. Alex Meyer was there as he got some help from Glover.
Good break for Army. There wasn't anybody on the pitch play. Well-designed play by Morgan State. They didn't have anybody on the pitch. Okay, 4th down. Here we go.
4th and 2.
Key number 74. Key 74 on the offensive, left offensive tackle. See what he does.
Council, Brown.
Right behind him again.
Gotta be close.
He didn't get it.
Oh,
Let me see. That's going to.
Oh, it's going to be close.
Where's the spot? They're all eyeballing the spot. Every coach is telling us they're all taking a peek.
Oh, Holloway made the tackle.
Well, I tell you, that is going to be very close. Can't quite see.
Oh, awful close. Measurement will definitely be required.
Way, it's going to be by an inch either way.
Well, let's take a chance. What do you think?
John, who carried on the play before? Army's hoping they stretch it. They missed it. Oh,
there's the answer. Good call, Tom. They stop him by the length of the ball. If it was even that, Thomas Holloway, their defensive captain, comes up with a big-time tackle on Brown.
Thomas Holloway made an exceptional tackle. He ran through him. This was a play here. This, once again, the coaches talk constantly about it's a game of inches. Always about a game of inches. And Thomas Holloway made a great job cutting the angle and making that tackle.
Terrific tackle. Yes. Excitement inside of the core of Cadets. And Holloway, a senior out of Birmingham, Alabama, makes a huge play. That's what you want from seniors, right? You want that from all classes.
Holloway has paid his dues. He's been a guy who's been around and paid his due.
6 tackles tonight.
Talked to us the other day. He was a starter, not a starter, kept hanging in there, and he earned the chance to start this year.
Yep, timeout taken. Morgan State's got 1 left tonight. I love his story. I love stories, as I know you do, of guys that persevere. And in Thomas Holloway, he was a former walk-on. He told us the story. It was a 10-minute story to tell us all he went through to get an opportunity to play. He sent tape to the coach. They finally gave him a shot. Now he's a captain, and he's starting on their defense. So Donald Hill is challenging.
He has to challenge him right here. That's way too close. And Coach Hill's going to. That's a good decision by Coach Hill to challenge that spot, because he realized with the ball where it is and Army getting back on offense. So, well, we have to take a peek here. He's asking for the exact progress, but I think the spot's going to be a good spot to stand.
So they're taking a look.
I think some guys upstairs probably told Coach Hill, hey, challenge that call. We think that's a bad spot.
Gary Patterson, the referee. What do you think? Do you think he's going to win this or not?
No.
Doesn't look like it.
I'm going to keep up with my record. I never won one.
I wasn't going to bring that up. Yeah.
I still think it's short. It's not like me to go with the officials.
No, it's not. It's new territory for you.
I don't know what to do with myself.
8:07 left in the 4th quarter. Right now, as it stands, Army is expected to have the ball at the 33 on a 1st and 10. However, Donald Hill, the Morgan State head coach, challenging the spot. There's Holloway. We talked about him. Here's the call from the referee.
After further review, ruling on the field stands. 1st down, Army.
Well done, coach. So Army will have it. 1st and 10, 8:07 to go in the 4th from the 33.
Once again, those officials are right.
When is the last time you possibly said that?
That's a good question.
Good stuff. So Holloway in there, very colorful young man. His personality comes out. Former walk-on, turned captain. Those are great stories. Love to see guys just persevere and come through. And there's an awful lot of that here on the post, as they call it here at West Point. Here we go for Army. 1st and 10. Angel Santiago, quite a debut for him tonight. Naples, the motion man. They give off the tip it, bury under. Bisbee's in there. He was lucky to get back to the line. He might have lost a half a yard. Good work by the front for Morgan State.
Morgan State's front starting to take control of the line of scrimmage right now. It's not helping Army. Larry Dixon still sitting on the bench.
Yes. Last series went out of the game. Christine Leahy down on the sidelines told us they were checking his vision at that point in time. He's still, as we look out the booth window, down talking to one of the trainers. Still sitting on the end of that bench. See what Army's done. The first 5 drives, the last 3, no touchdowns, 3 punts. They would love to put one in the end zone here. Halfway through this 4th quarter to put this one to a 3-score, 3-touchdown game. Right now it's 2. Santiago didn't get much. Good work again on the front. Cody Acker has had a big second half. Made the tackle. Speaking of Christine, let's go down to the sidelines and check in with her. Christine.
I just spoke with head trainer from Morgan State, Colin Francis. He told me Andrew Mitchell, the defensive lineman who we saw earlier working on his ankle, he will not return. He didn't return at all to the game, and they've decided to pull him. Also, number 83, a tight end, Emi Akinawe, has an ankle sprain. He will also not finish the game.
Thank you. Good stuff. And Cody Acker with 8 tackles in the game, Tom, and a 3rd down and 7 coming up. Army's 2 of 7 on 3rd down.
One thing Morgan State's trying to do is they're making Army take this game to the perimeter. They don't want to. They don't want to have any chance of a turnover, so they're going to try to keep it tight. Just do their double option down.
Chewing up time on that clock. 6:15 remaining in the game. That's Turrentine. Trenton's going to get it. Switched his number to number 10, and it's paying off. He was popped and dropped, but he got the first down to the 47 as Darian Irby delivered the lumber on that hit, but a first down Army.
Turrentine's a good back, too. He averaged 6.1 yards last year when he played, and he's very physical. He's a physical runner.
Picked up 11. He is definitely that. So a big conversion from Trenton Turrentine and the Army offense. The junior out of Keller, Texas. Here's a look back.
Boy, it was a good hit, but he just ran right through the hit.
Coach is telling us he had an excellent camp. He lost some weight. They felt he's gained a step, too. Maybe he's gained some strength, too, looking at that play. 5:35 remaining. Army in absolutely no hurry, trying to milk this clock down and put one into the end zone from the 47. Turrentine in motion again. Tippett's got it right side. Hayden's a tough customer. Bangs his way for a pickup of about 8.5. Acker, another tackle for Morgan State.
Army's very content to just keep pounding the ball inside, and Morgan State has got to find a way to stop the first down yardage to keep Army out of these seconds and thirds and short.
They're calling it officially a gain of 8. Tippett, who tried him at linebacker in spring ball, moved him back to where he's been playing in his now senior year for the most part here at West Point. And that's the fullback spot with Dixon out, still on the bench.
One thing you're not going to see right now is the Army will take no chances with pitching that ball. It's just not going to happen. Not with that. They're going to take this clock down, take as much as they can. They'll be satisfied with 2-3 yards and get another first down.
4 1/4 left in the ball game. 2nd and short coming up. Santiago's going to keep the first down. Stopped at the 41-yard line of Morgan State, but they pick up a big conversion. Chris Robinson, the junior out of Dunbar High School in Baltimore, made the tackle, but Santiago and the Black Knights move the sticks.
Yeah, they're going to be very patient right now on offense. Take as much of the clock as they can before they snap that football. You will not see anything tricky right now.
Angel Santiago's carried 15 times for 116 on the ground. 3 touchdowns.
They're going to just pound it up inside with the fullback.
And that is Hayden Tippett now. Santiago taking it down as far as he can. There's a good look at linebacker for Morgan State. Tippett barrels his way ahead. Picks up a good chunk of yardage. DeMarco Bisbee made the tackle. Christine, what do you have for us?
I'm here with Cadet Curry again, and we've seen running back Trenton Turrentine make some big plays for the Black Knights tonight. And Cadet Curry actually took a boxing class against him. Talk about that.
Yes, Christine, all the freshmen here are required to take a boxing class against each other. And for my final bout, actually, I had to box Cadet Turrentine. And simply put, it was a tough fight. He's a pretty strong guy, and I was hitting him as hard as I could everywhere I could, and he just kept coming.
So he won?
You know, I don't want to say that. I like to feel like we both kind of came out on top in our own way.
All right. Well, you know what? You fought a hard battle. He is a football player. Yeah. I know that you want to say hello to your mom before the broadcast.
Yes. Mom, I love you. I'm sorry I haven't called you in a while. Just say it. That's cool. I love you. I love you, Mom.
Cadet Curry, thank you very much, Ben and Son. Back to you.
Thanks a lot, guys. A lost art. You don't see, remember back in the 70s, 80s, players always said, "Hi, Mom," on camera. Here goes Tippett. Bangs his way inside the 30. Hayden Tippett's got another Army first down to the 29-yard line with 2:28 left in the ball game as Isaiah Lewis, the freshman, made the tackle.
Shoulders square, getting upfield. Coach Ellison talked about toughness. They're playing tough offensive football right now. I'm not trying to trick anybody here.
Jellerson, year number 5. Hayden Tippett, all 12 games a year ago. He rushed for 234 yards. He's picked up some good carries on this drive as Army trying to put this ball game away against the visitors from Baltimore, Morgan State. First and 10 at the 29. Tippett right up the gut once again down to the 26. Bisbee made the tackle for Morgan State. Time now, folks, for our view of the core. As we do each and every game here at West Point. It's brought to us by M-Core. All 4,400 of them in there. And the whites. Long holiday weekend. Happy holidays, too. Labor Day weekend coming up, of course. And yeah, they always say those 2 words, beat Navy. Thanks for the CBS I in there as well. We appreciate that. "75 seconds away from this game being a final. Santiago and Army had a 21-6 lead at the half. Here's Tippett again. Head on. Wrestled to the ground. Lewis in there again. He has played a strong game. He and Acker have been good second half.
Tippett has to learn not to be like Army. Stay down there, lay on the ground, hold it, take your time. He's getting up too quick. He's been taught to get up early, get going. Hey, stay down there, take your time.
Product of Tempe, Arizona. Quite a wrestler before he came here. Football player as well. He's done a fine job here on this final drive. 3rd and 4 from the 23. Should be, barring a penalty, the final play of this game. It's going to be close time-wise. Under 20 seconds remaining now, and Army on its way to a season-opening victory. Santiago with the snap, takes a shot, gets down
short
to
of the first.
Yep, short of the first to the 19-yard line, but that is going to be the ball game, folks, as Army, the Black Knights, get off to a 1-0 start behind number 3 Angel Santiago here in 2013 as they beat Donald Hill and the Morgan State Bears 28-12.
Well, one of the great things, I think Morgan State, they just took them a while to get used to that option. Army tricked them a little bit coming out throwing the ball. They tricked us. They tricked a lot of people.
They did.
We have to look that stat up and see when the last time they threw in the first, from their 5-yard line on the first play of the game.
Stunned everyone. I'm sure
I want to know what Coach Shields had in that water in the box. I've been asking him that.
You know, I gave him a hard time a lot last year. I said, throw the ball more. Not that I had anything to do with it.
Yeah, he said watch it in warm-ups.
He's told me that for 2 years now. Great stuff. Good win. Army overall for their effort tonight. They get a much-needed win.
One of the great things is no turnovers. And that's the one thing they talk about. They emphasize, he said, hey, it's called football.
So a 28-12 final, and as we do on all of our broadcasts here from Mikey Stadium, we watch the Army football team line up in front of the core of cadets. And as always, the alma mater, such a huge part of the history and tradition here at West Point.
Ladies and gentlemen, the alma mater.
Dude, really? You don't think I know what they say at the end of this? Honestly? And those two words, the famous words here in West Point, beat Navy. It's how they end the alma mater.
Thank you for attendance at tonight's game. We'll be back in action at Mikey Stadium Saturday, September 14th against Stanford.
This one offensively, Angel Santiago.
White Knights Alley opening at 9 a.m.
Visit homearmysports.com.
There's no such...
College football on CBS Sports Network is being brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. By MCOR. Build, power, service, protect, and of course, support. And by Verizon. Never be without football. Call ** NFL to download NFL Mobile from Verizon.
Trophy point here on the U.S. Military Academy. Big victory for Army tonight, opening night, season opener here at Mikey Stadium. They win 28-12 here over Morgan State. Tom Bradley, time to look at tonight's Napa play of the game, and it comes courtesy of the starting quarterback. First touchdown of the game for Army, 33 yards from Angel Santiago.
I'll tell you one thing, Angel made a great read. He gave a little pitch fake, got him the bite on it, cut back against the grain, and just took it right into the end zone. He had quite a night. He should be proud of himself.
He did rush 16 times for 120, had 3 touchdowns, threw a touchdown as well. 101 yards, 4 of 8. Christine Leahy standing by with the aforementioned Angel Santiago.
Angel, so many people consider West Point a running team, but you passed all night. Look at the cadets. They are cheering your name right now. How are you feeling after your very first start?
I'm definitely feel pretty good about the W. You know, it's a great feeling being out there with the guys and being able to get the win, first game of the season. But, you know, there's still a lot of things that we got to work on, and we got to come back on practice, ready to go. We learn from our mistakes and get better.
Very humble. It's your first time winning your home opener since 2007. How much does this help set the tone for you guys for the rest of the year?
I think this definitely sets the tone pretty good for us right now. Coming out with this, you know, it's a big win. Got to give credit to them. They didn't give up. You know, they played to the end. But I think this is going to carry over to next week. You know, as long as we keep momentum and getting better, then we definitely have a shot at winning the next game.
I know you called your mom the second that you found out that you got the starting position. Is she going to be the first person that you called tonight?
I'm sure. I have a bunch of text messages, missed calls from, you know, all my family members there. So I'll definitely give everybody a call as soon as I can.
Angel, thank you so much. Congratulations and enjoy the win. We are going to be back in just a few minutes here to wrap things up.
Your grip on your two-seamer, it's too high. And just junk your circle change. We all know that's not working.
Is that Clayton Kershaw again?